Well, hello, Rocky Mountain Travel Advisors, and welcome to your monthly ASTA moment. My name is Jeff. I'm your current chapter president, and I'm excited about some of the cool stuff we have coming up in April. On April 16th, our first event for the month, we are going to have an open house on board the Rocky Mountaineer. The Rocky Mountaineer is the train, the luxury train that runs from Denver to Moab and from Moab to Denver. It's a one-way journey, but you could always book it twice. You know me, I love trains. I think trains are cool. I don't know why. It's just, I'm still a big kid, but I'm really excited for this event. So the Rocky Mountaineer will be hosting us, serving some nice Colorado wine and some food, get the chance to tour the train, talk to people who work on the train, and really find out, why it's a good travel journey for your customers, especially the ones like me who like trains. So join us on April 16th. It's an open house event. You can come anytime between 3 and 7 to take a look at the train, talk to our local BDM who's new to the role and is excited to meet us after spending several years on board the train. He's got a lot of great insights to share about the kinds of customers that are really going to enjoy the Rocky Mountaineer, both the Rocky Mountaineer here in Colorado and Utah, but also the ones that go in Western Canada. Remember that is a Canadian company and they have trains that run up there as well as the one that runs down here. It's a really great company. They joined us a couple years ago at our supplier showcase. I'm excited to have them back in the area and to go on board the train. It's going to be great. So April 16th, you can sign up today. The link is in our newsletter as well as on our website at RockyMountainAsta.org. Later in April, we have our next Business Builder event. Now, this is a really special Business Builder event. It's called Increase Your Sales by Understanding Communication Styles. And have you ever had that customer that just doesn't jive with you for some reason? Maybe they're really, really chatty or really indecisive, and you just want to get to the business of booking their vacation. Or maybe they're super detailed and they read every line of the terms and conditions, or they want all the pros and cons of every hotel. And again, you feel like, are you ever going to get this vacation booked? There are proven techniques when your communication style, your approach to life doesn't really match up with your customers. You can work through that. You can get around those roadblocks. And our own chapter leadership member, Sally Sparhawk, spent years as a business coach and business trainer, and she specializes in this very topic. So I interviewed Sally. She's going to tell us a little bit more about this DISC event and what it is and what the workshop is going to be at the end of the month to help you improve your sales. Yeah, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Sure. Well, I'm glad to do this with you, Jeff. It's always fun to be able to connect with our members, and I'm especially excited about doing the DISC profile. To give you a little more background about me, I live up in Snowmass Village, and I'm a skier. That's how I got to Colorado. And I've only been a travel agent for 5 or 6 years. And before that, I was a business consultant, and I did lots of training for corporations and government agencies. And that's when I first encountered DISC. And it's been quite a long time ago, earlier in my consulting career. And the first time I saw it, it was so helpful to me. It helped me understand why people who I thought were weird they were just different, and the different styles that people had and how I could interact more effectively. And it was really a game changer for me personally, the first time I did it. And then as I've been able to instruct this, and I've done this again for a lot of years with a lot of different groups, and always people get things out of it and they enjoy it. And I like how it really creates aha moments for people. And it also, I think, helps people feel validated. Often when people take the instrument and they see their style and they read about it, they go, yeah, that's me. And then if you work with other people of the same style, which we'll do in this event, it's a very validating experience. And then as you work with people who are different styles, which we'll do in the evening, for me, it just opened doors, and it helps you to understand who people are and what's most effective and why you drive each other nuts. That's the other thing.
So what is DISC? It's a personality assessment?
It's actually, it looks like this. We are going to do, actually, we'll take the disc in the activity and you choose from different, I don't know if you can even see, you choose from different words that describe you to find the ones that best describe you. And then it gives you a profile. And let me share my screen just a minute and show you what the profile looks like. So each of us will get a profile. This is mine personally, but each of us will get a profile that will help us to understand, again, to understand ourselves better and how we interact with others. And it's been around, actually, the original groundwork for DISC was done maybe in the 50s or 60s. It's been around a long, the original research for it was done back then. And it actually became DISC at least in the 80s, because that's, I know that happened. And so now Wiley has taken it over, and they're an esteemed organization, and they've done revalidation of the instrument. So, and it's now available in English and Spanish, I just found out, but we'll be doing it in English.
So when it comes to this sort of thing, is there an ideal profile for travel advisors? Or if not, like, how does knowing my DISC profile help my work as a travel advisor?
Yeah, no, there is absolutely not an ideal profile. What we find is what our profile is, and then how to capitalize on our strengths and how to balance out things that we're not strong in. For instance, I'm very open and interactive, but I'm not a detail person. So I know that sometimes on a team, I'll make sure I have detail people, or if I don't, I'm a solo travel agent, but if I hired somebody, they would absolutely have to be a detail person, because then that would balance me out. And so there's not an ideal. What the thing is to figure out your style and others. And what we will work on toward the end of the evening is how to sell to different styles. And that's where I think for us as travel agents, it can become very useful. If you can identify someone who's a similar style to you, and we'll talk about how to do that, then you can just be yourself. But for instance, if I identify someone who's a detail person, then I know I have to push myself to be more detail focused, to include more information. And so those kinds of things can be useful to us in the sales process. And people are, in general, the couple differences, some people are faster paced and some people are more moderate paced. And clearly, from watching me for a couple minutes, you know I'm on the faster pace. So again, I need sometimes in different situations to slow down, to talk a little more slowly, to give more space for someone to respond, and then they're more comfortable. And some people are more emotional and some people are more data driven. And again, am I pitching this vacation to you with an emotional bent? Or are you, again, going to want to double check that every little comma is there, and what's going to make you interested in this vacation is that you have clear assurance that everything is all lined up and it's precise and it's accurate and it's just what you want. And we all have the ability to adapt if we understand when and how we need to do that. So that's some of what we'll talk about.
So thank you, Sally. Thank you for being a part of our chapter, for everything you've done for our chapter, and for leading this workshop. I think it's going to be a great workshop. In fact, the leadership team decided that this is such an important topic that we are going to be paying for the first 20 members completely free. So if you are an ASTA member and you're one of the first 20 people to sign up, you'll be able to attend this workshop for free. That includes the workbook that you get to take home, as well as all the other materials that are provided, and dinner. So we're going to be having a buffet dinner at Hacienda, Colorado in Lone Tree. This event is on April 30th from 5:30 to 8. And if you're one of the first 20 people to sign up, come on us. It's on our dime. If you're not an ASTA member, you really should be, but if you're not an ASTA member, or if you're a guest of an ASTA member, you're still welcome to sign up. There is a fee for your attendance, but it's money well spent when it means, so much more sales, so much better efficiency in your process, and a stronger, healthier travel agency, because you know how to manage working through these kind of roadblocks. So definitely take a look at the site today, RockyMountainASTA.org. Sign up, click the link in the newsletter, sign up. First 20 people are free. You do need to sign up by April 16th, though. We have to order the workbooks and all of that. So there is a time limit. You've got 2 weeks to sign up. So please join us. It's going to be awesome. I look forward to seeing you all there. Moving on to an advocacy alert. In our newsletter, you will see a link to SaveMyMiles.com. If you've been following any of the news around American Airlines and some of the stuff they've been doing over the last year or so, they're really making it harder on our industry, and now they're making it harder on their own customers. Last year, they made the shift to say that they're removing a lot of their inventory from the old booking channels, the ones that we use day in and day out, the ones your consolidators use. So even if you're not on the GDS, your consolidator is probably on the GDS. And if you can't book tickets because American says you have to use only this new channel called NDC, then how do you provide a good duty of care? How do you ensure that your customers are getting the best price? So they've taken it a step further now. Earlier this year, you probably saw the news that they're now saying that as of May 1st, anyone who books a ticket on American Airlines through a travel agency, through the old EDIFACT or GDS or consolidator mechanism, their customers are not going to get any advantage points, no more advantage miles, which means that not only can we not provide our good duty of care, but they're hurting their own customers because their customers want to work with travel agents. We make it easier for them. We do all this great work to ensure that our customers have a wonderful travel experience, whether it's for work or whether it's for vacation. And Americans taking their war on our industry to their consumers now, to say consumers can only get their miles if they book either directly through AA.com or through this preferred travel agency status. But that preferred status requires so much work, so much almost infeasible adjustments to the current systems that we all use, that agencies aren't ready, consolidators aren't ready, GDSs aren't ready. The industry is not ready for NDC yet. It's a good technology, but American is pushing it too fast, too far. And even with American's own systems, I've heard horror stories of how difficult it is to deal with the ticketing process, to get the add-ons that we need, to choose seats, to exchange tickets, all of this stuff. Even American's not ready. So they've taken their war on our industry to their own consumers now, and now they're using their own consumers as chattel for their battle. That's not right. So ASTA has launched SaveMyMiles.com. It started with some ads in Politico, a magazine, website that is read by a lot of congressional folks. And the Save My Miles campaign has both an advisor side and a consumer side. So take action today. Take a look at the newsletter, take a look at the website, Save My Miles, and use it to tell Congress to stop American from limiting consumer choice. Because at the end of the day, we're here to service the traveling public. They supposedly are, but then why are they hurting the traveling public by doing moves like this? So if you have customers also that fly American, like American, or any of that sort of thing, and they're willing to do so, send them to the website as well, because there is a consumer side that explains some of what's going on and the difficult choices your customers are going to have to make if they want to keep accruing advantage miles. So SaveMyMiles.com, go take a look at it. It's an important alert for all of us, and I hope that you participate. Other than that, we've got a few more items in the newsletter. Go read our newsletter, but that's it for our ASTA Moment this month. Thank you again, Sally, for joining us and telling us more about your event on April 30th. And we hope to see you all at the Travel Advisor Conference. Again, I know I say this a lot, but it's my favorite event, and this year's going to be even better. So do join us in Dallas. It's an easy flight from here. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you at the end of May at the Travel Advisor Conference. All right, everybody, have a great time. Have a great month. a wonderful spring. And if there's ever anything Rocky Mountain ASTA can do to help you make connections for you, then never hesitate to reach out. And we'll see you around at our events this month. Bye now.